was described, shorthand, multi-hyphen cultural, under-hyphen privileged, dis-hyphen advantaged, and I was even culturally hyphen deprived. The hyphen was being used as a negative, as a categorization which was loaded in meaning, and with that came a lack of opportunities and expectations. And for me, at my age I am now and where I am, that to me is a total injustice based on, I'm saying, a hyphen.
I remember it was probably during, from 2020 or 2021, when Adele had Bantu Knots for Notting Hill Carnival, which created a spark on social media, because Bantu knots are very symbolic for black women. Our hair was used to, for those black people who were enslaved, it was used as a route for the journey for escape. Our hair was also used to hide nuts and seeds for the journey of escape. And so when certain features or characteristics, especially with our hair, is used for social kudos, because obviously Adele is very well known, then that debate is that appropriation or appreciation? And there's a really, really thin line between the two, and it's evolving. But it's really, as I said, it's about taking that responsibility to make sure, if we're not 100% sure, then don't do it.
So it takes courage, doesn't it? You need to be able to feel confident to be able to step out and raise your hand, whatever it might be, to say, actually, I don't agree. And the whole room agrees with something, but you can guarantee that when you say you don't agree, if you have the courage to do so, there'll be someone else in the room going, actually, I agree with you. But they're a bit frightened to say so, really. And again, it's back to your style. If you're the sort of person that feels you can not only disagree, but say it, great. You don't have to shout at anyone. You don't have to make anyone embarrassed. But you could just put an alternative view. If you want diversity of thought, we should be open to different views. But if you sit there, I find when I sit there and something happens and I don't say anything, I keep it inside of me. I'm thinking, I'm carrying this around. I should have kind of expunged it out of myself in some way. Sometimes I go to Jane and go, you know what I just said? So I always talk to somebody else. But if you don't say anything, it could be that you're seen as being complicit.
Hair is so important to us. When I left the corporate world in 2017, the first thing I did, shaved it off. Shaved it off. And my locks, I know, are my natural hair. I just know it. I've always known it. So Halo Code for me is one that really resonates, that finally, our hair can be protected. And what I love about our hair is its versatility.
No one person is one thing. All of us, no matter what colour of your skin, we have elements of what intersectionality is. So intersectionality, from our perspective, is a very inclusive thing if it is worked through, understood and treated well. That doesn't mean to say that organisations shouldn't have policies or particular initiatives on gender, which tends to be one that most companies have to report on, race or ethnicity, those companies have to report on, disability, most, not all companies have to report on, faith and the other protected characteristics are still being, I think, evolving for corporate UK, really. So, this is Maggie and this is Jane.
Hello everybody.
And we're on to our next show. Now, we're in London, in the centre of London.
We are.
And it is really cold. We actually had snow yesterday in London. But I'm in a coat with my scarf. It's cold, my hands are cold. Jane is in a t-shirt. What, a sleeveless top, Jane?
I am, yes. Do you know why, Maggie?
No.
Because I've got a heated steering wheel and my heated seat is on full blast, so
Wow.
I'm nice and toasty. Would you like your heated seat on, Maggie?
I'm actually fine. I think it's on, isn't it? I can feel it.
Oh, good.
It's warm.
Excellent.
Anyway, that's not the reason why we're doing this, because we just thought you should know that we're going to our last Blacktionary show of the year.
Whoop, whoop.
So today is November the 20th, and we're going to London Bridge. So as ever with Jane's driving, it's going to be seamless. She's going to take me around the wrong way. We're going to have to re-step ourselves, but it doesn't matter. What we thought we'd talk about is, so the show itself, the last one,
Yes.
is in a slightly different format.
Yes.
This time.
Yes. We have 2 guests this time instead of 1.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got some exciting new anagrams to share with everybody.
Oh, yeah, people love those anagrams, don't they?
And for the first time ever, we're completely sold out.
Yeah, yeah, completely. In fact, we've got a waiting list.
We have.
And we knew, like anyone that does venues and tours and performances and so on, you know that some people will not be able to turn up. But even with that, we're still oversubscribed. We're wondering what we're going to do. Anyway, that's going to be great. So, in our book, we have some words, many words of course, that we're going to look at tonight.
Yes. Shall we choose one tonight?
I'm looking here at name bias, because
Oh.
that always gets people not only excited, but also everyone, no matter who they are, can comment on it, on name bias. And we say in name bias, under our kind of book definition, making negative judgments of people based on their names.
Yes.
And usually at that time in the audience, we say to them, don't we, anyone got experience of that? Like half the audience put their hands up
At least half.
because of their name, which you might think is just a name, and actually it's used in a negative way.
Yes. Yes. And judgments are made.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If the names aren't Anglo-sounding, which is
Yeah.
what we reference in our book as well.
We do, absolutely. And we talk about the names create a sense of belonging, unity. You know, it's part of our personal brand. It's who we are.
Yes.
And for people to not pay attention, and when you've got a name that someone finds difficult to say, and then you say the name incorrectly, and then they gently nudge you and say, that's not quite how you say my name, it's like this, and then you still keep getting it wrong, that's when it starts to get a bit difficult.
Yes.
That's what people tell us.
Yes.
And so on.
And we put tips in our book as to how to get names right
Yeah.
and what effort
Yeah.
is needed, and write it down the way it sounds, so phonetically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
Because the onus sits with us
Yeah.
to get someone else's name right.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we often, when we meet new people for us, we often see their name and we take none of the names we see for granted.
We don't, do we?
always say, tell us, how would you like us to pronounce your name?
Yes.
And they might just go, John. Okay, fine.
Yes.
John. Or another name.
Yes.
And it's just really it's quite uplifting.
Very. Because we're paying attention
Yeah.
to their name, as you
Yeah.
say, and not making any assumptions. And it does really make a difference
Yeah. Yeah.
to them being seen and
Yeah.
feel that they've, you know, they're being cared for
Yeah.
just through the way that we share and
Yeah.
look at their names and
Yeah.
what it means to them, because we know the importance of people's names.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
the first thing that they identify with. As a really, really young child, their name is the first part of their identity.
Yeah, yeah. We show them respect. But at this
Yeah.
point, Jane, I mean, the show's going to be great. Pity you can't be with us, or maybe you will be with us, but I don't know. But it's great. And then we've got some more in the new year.
Yes.
Got 4 dates for 2025 so far, in February, March, May and June.
Yes.
Which we'll announce tonight, which is great, in a theatre near you. But Jane, I have to say, it's very Christmassy around here. We're going the wrong way, aren't we? We need to go. Aren't we going to go over that bridge?
We
behind
are
us?
going over that bridge,
We could-
and if we turned right there, Maggie,
No, we wouldn't be able to.
we
We've got
would
a
be
huge
breaking
fine.
the rules.
We would have been breaking.
and I
get
don't
that.
think we would have got to our show.
So we're going to go all the way round.
We are.
Wow.
We are.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So.
It's the end of the year.
Yep.
It's been a great year.
Yeah.
Our audiences have been amazing. Our clients have been amazing.
Book sales, therefore, have been good.
Very good. Penguin are happy with us.
I love your new editor.
Yes.
Been fantastic.
She's great.
Yeah. 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 And so,
I guess there's only one last thing to say
Yes, there is.
from us
From us,
to all of you.
season's greetings
Season's greetings.
from everyone at iCubed.
Absolutely.
See you in
2025.
Bye.
Bye.